And yes, Wike is not a member of APC either. But right now, court has stopped that very impeachment process. They have to stop it. They don't need to violate the constitution, violate the rules of law, and continue that process. But I know they are claiming that they have their godfather, yes, Wike, Almighty God, yes, Wike. He believed that he controlled the judiciary. He's stopping you. Then if you violate that very court order, that means tomorrow if the lawyer or the governor himself, they challenge your impeachment in court, they will have their way. It's appeal court.
They are really interested in continuing with this impeachment proceeding against Governor Sim Fubara.
Federal High Court and get a court order, or go to another state high court to get another.
Hi guys, welcome back to Fresh Talk Media as usual. Thank you so much. If this is your first time of seeing us, this is Fresh Talk Media. I am Jen, and over here I have Mr. Clem with me. He is our political analyst and public affairs analyst. At the same time, we shall be discussing something really interesting today. So stay tuned. Mr. Clem, happy to have you around. Thank you for being with us all this while. So without wasting any much of our viewers' time, let's talk about what is going on in Rivers State. This is about the impeachment process, threats, and proceedings that is going on with Governor Sim Fubara and the State House of Assembly. So recently, we heard that the High Court has actually halted this impeachment process. They have told them to hold on, and thus it's not really necessary. They should not continue or proceed with it. But it looks like with the way the whole thing is going, the way most of them are expressing their views, they are really interested in continuing with this impeachment proceeding against Governor Sim Fubara. Why do you think this is happening? Well, why would they want to continue with their plans despite the instruction from the court?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Jen. There was an order from the Rivers State High Court sitting in Obibo local government.
Yes.
One of the high courts, state high courts.
That's right.
Actually, the court gave an split order to the chief judge, to the governor, and 27, how many of them in number, that the chief judge should not be able to entertain any correspondence from the House of Assembly talking about impeachment of the governor or sitting on a panel, anything that relates to impeachment of the governor until they determine the case after 7 days. And which we know constitutionally, when they make that very section of act, they have like 7 days or 14 days to get that notice sent to the chief judge.
Okay.
And for him to set up a 7-man panel that will look into their allegations against the governor and determine whether the governor committed those infractions or not.
Okay.
So it's after that, then the House of Assembly can now come back and vote based on whatever decision of the committee. The integrity, unquestionable character men and women from the Rivers State being appointed by the chief judge of the state.
Okay.
So right now, since they have gotten this order, normally in a constitutional country, they shouldn't have anything to do with that very impeachment again, pending when they get a higher superior order from a higher court. Because this is a high court. The other place they can get a superior order will be an appeal, court of appeal. You cannot go to federal high court and get a court order, or go to another state high court to get another order. Then you are coming to say they are another court, No. State high court and federal high court are court of equal jurisdiction. Whether you're in the federal or you're in the state, you are on a high court, you're on a high court. A judge in the federal high court, the next elevation he or she will be going is an appeal court. A judge in the state high court, the next elevation he or she will be going is also an appeal court. So they are all court of equal and competent jurisdiction. The only place they can go to remove that order is appeal court. Right now, the House of Assembly, they're insisting, with a group, insisting that they will go ahead with the impeachment process. That is a violation of our rules.
Being unfair?
It's very unfair and arrogant to the law.
To the judicial system.
Both the judicial system, even to themselves, being the lawmakers. Even to themselves. You are the one making these laws, but at the same time, you are standing your ground to break the law you are making. Okay? And you want to find a way to justify it. It is not helpful to our democracy. It is bringing a bad image into our system. We cannot move forward in this very angle. What they need to do is to allow the process they have already instituted. Now, you said the governor did this, governor did that. Court is here to hear your side. Because the essence of having a court is to prevent anarchy, breaking of law and order. Instead of you taking laws into your hands, you run to court.
to settle,
settle this issue or listen to what according to what they are accusing me of. The law is there, the judge will look into it and know whether you decide what it is or it is not. Because anyone can come tomorrow and just label you, you are a criminal, you are what, or you're on one thing. You did this, you did that. The only way you can go to clarify your case is in the law court. Nobody says you should not impeach the governor, but go and justify this very process. According to the law, you cannot come, there is a judgment on ground stopping you. Then if you violate that very court order, that means tomorrow if the lawyer or the governor himself, they challenge your impeachment in court, they will have their way. The court will turn it down because one, there is an order stopping you, restricted you from taking that action, and you still went ahead and carried that illegal action. That time is a violation of the constitution, the violation of the law. That's where the judge will not tell you that you cannot build something on nothing. You must have something standing for you to build your case. But right now, court has stopped that very impeachment process. They have to stop it. They don't need to violate the constitution, violate the rules of law, and continue that process. But I know they are claiming that they have their godfather, Nyesom Wike, Almighty God, Nyesom Wike. He believed that he controlled the judiciary. He's building houses for them. He can do anything for them to have his way. Every case that he has in the court must go his way. Since I started hearing Wike following his case, I never see any case that Nyesom Wike was interested in. And at the end of the day, he lost that case. I have not seen. Some of the judges today, every case that concerns Nyesom Wike must come to their table. I don't know why the Judiciary Commission are just any case that related to Nyesom Wike, they will assign it to those lawyers, those judges. One of them is Omotosho. And at the end of it, they will give judgment in his favor. So, but whatever being the case, they need to allow, if they want to boycott it, then they have to go to appeal court. They will have to go to appeal court and get it out.
A superior court. Superior order. Honestly, Mr. Clem, I think maybe they have some kind of personal interest for them to go ahead and violate or wanting to violate an order from the court. There is something pushing them.
Yes.
That's despite they don't mind violating any order or instruction from anybody, but they are so keen at achieving that personal goal, that their interest.
That's why Mr. President needs to step in here and caution his appointees, including former Governor Nyesom Wike, because all these things happening in Rivers State is because Nyesom Wike found himself in the FCT. He found himself in federal government. If Nyesom Wike was not in the support of Mr. President, that he can get away with all these shenanigans because the president is in his support, he's backing him, or because he supported Mr. President during the general election. Mr. President needs to understand that the nation got to be at peace. The nation got to be at peace for you to have a good image to sell out. The nation got to be at peace for your own plans you have as a president of Nigeria to excel.
Yeah.
You cannot be having issues, crises all over the state because of individuals, because of your appointees, and you are covering them. It is not counting good on him. It's not counting good on him. And Nyesom Wike is not a member of APC either. I don't know why he will be in PDP and determining who will be and who will not be in APC governing state. Governor Sim Fubara has defected from PDP to APC. Nyesom Wike said, why did he not consult him? He didn't tell him about moving to APC. Governor Fubara, is he not a man enough
to make his decision
for himself? People of Rivers State voted for him. They didn't vote for him. Nyesom Wike was fortunate enough to be appointed a minister in the federal cabinet. So for that reason, he should allow peace to reign in Rivers State and allow this governor to function. Because this House of Assembly member, from the information I got from Port Harcourt, most of them are not happy with what is going on. But they can't do otherwise. What they are doing is not that they are doing it with their own interest. If you imagine, about 4 of them came out to denounce the impeachment notice and called his fellow members to just give peace a chance, let them find a way to settle this and solve the problem politically. Less than 3 days or 4 days, they made a U-turn. They were facing a lot of threats, a lot of, confrontation and all kind of stuff. Where are those threats coming from? Where are they threatening them? Then they have to come back again and say they are standing behind the impeachment notice they already signed. So what kind of democracy are we practicing? You allow the people to have their free mind, especially people who are in the House of Assembly, who have been elected to represent the people. If them individually carrying out an act that they know it is not justifiable, are you telling me that is what their constituents want them to do? The answer is no. If you go to Port Harcourt today, sample opinion, a lot of large followers of in Port Harcourt City, where you are campaigning or driving around asking people different questions, you will see that the very massive Rivers people, they love the governor. They want the governor to continue his job. What Nyesom Wike doing in Rivers State is not pleasing to Port Harcourt people. It is not pleasing to Port Harcourt people. The governor has a very massive followers that are ready to stand with him.
Yes.
But in Nigerian system, what can you do? When they control the police, they control the army, they control everything. What can you do? Yes, if elections are being conducted free and fair election, the governor will have his way. There's no two ways about that. He's very rooted. People love him. He has a very unique and organic support from the people. But these guys, they don't believe in the massive support. They believe in the political federal might. That's the challenge we're having today in Nigeria. And Rivers State is facing it very hot.
This is sad to know. Honestly, a lot is going on behind the scenes and Nigerians are not aware. Thank you so much for that beautiful opinion of yours. Dear viewers, you can hear from Mr. Clem. A lot has gone wrong in the system. A full-grown man, a full-grown woman made their decision to sign that they are no longer interested in impeachment of the governor. And within a few days, they came back to accept what they have already turned against or what they have already said no to. What went wrong? Something went wrong. All is not well. They are not free. They themselves. It's so speechless. We don't even know what to say anymore. What are your thoughts? Let me hear it in the comment section. This is Fresh Talk Media. Please like this video, share to your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Please don't miss a drop of our video. We have a lot more to share with you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.